Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday's the day of the week. We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map, and they've gone with this one. Now, it's a creator who you've probably never heard of before, but that's not because you've not seen their work. We have reviewed them 11 times in the past, and they've changed their name. So I'm going to play a little game of a guess the name with this original creator. All you've got to do is, as we're doing the flyover, see if you can work out who they originally were. As a creator, those 11 times we've reviewed them, the most common score they've got was 12 stars, but it's varied between 7 and 13. So a bit of a mix, but definitely an accomplished creator. Now, before we do a flyover, I'd like you to do a little bit of landing. Could you land that finger on that button? That's right, landing on the like button's a really good way of supporting the channel, get me seen by more people and help me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Navajo Lake Map by Maynard McFarland. Now, as new names go, well, it's okay really, it's okay. There's your start square, looks pretty usable, looks like a little bit of foliage on the highway there, talk about that as we get to it. Terrain heights look very usable as well, look very flat in the 25 tiles and some interesting shapes as well. You got resources that are good and strong, centered on the 25 tiles for those of you that want to be doing that, and if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to be doing some fishing, well, it looks like that. Okay, all 4 types of fish are there or thereabouts. Off to the workshop. What do you need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. And then it's a short description with a one-click collection. Short description is mostly about the LOD, the LOD, on the surface rocks, but you can read about that on yourself. We'll be using the Navajo Lake theme and the Winoochiyou Basin LUT. Sorry, I've got that badly wrong. You need network extensions too as well. And then, well, there's no trees. We've got a few tree stumps and rocks, but no trees. So it's all vanilla with trees. And do you know what? I think the map works quite well for it because the theme and the LUTs are just that lovely subdued hazy look. Navajo Lake, I did Google it, turns out it's in New Mexico, so we've got this real dry heat going on, and looking at the street view images, it does look like this, you know. It does look like this. That said, I wasn't able to match up the map with the real life location, so I think it's a creative take on Navajo Lake. I might be wrong, but certainly that's how it appears. Now, remember we had a few stars in the start square. No, we didn't. We had a few trees encroaching onto the highways in the start square. And remember, was it earlier this week, late last week? I've forgotten, the maps all merge into each other. I did clear the trees from a highway on the map just to show you how many or how few there were and how much they were interacting. I haven't done that here. This road here, get my language out today, I'm really struggling. This road here has no trees on it. I haven't done any clearing, and it just goes to show that a creator of Maynard McFarland's experience, well, they know how to clear and when to clear a highway. As shown here, it's been done beautifully well, and all credits to an experienced and solid creator who may have just missed a little bit. They may have. Again, we'll be talking about that when we get to it. Right, heading down towards the big old bridge, because everybody loves a big old bridge, don't they? I know not everybody loves a big old bridge. It depends on the big old bridge, I guess. Sometimes they are just hideous. This one's okay, actually. It's okay, it's fine. It does the job. It is vanilla. It does the job. We've got a little bit of a bow in it as well, which elevates it in the middle, and a little bit of rock detail on either end, almost like somebody had been watching my my Perfect Bridges tutorial, where I just sort of like showed the basics with a little bit of basic rock detailing around each end. I'm not saying this is where they got the idea from. I'm just saying it's similar. It's similar. It's fine. And people were doing that before my tutorial anyway. Where do you think I got the idea from? Yeah, Yeah, from you fools, you morons. Hang on. No, the elephants will start doing that. I can't be doing that now. We have got a really lovely, really condensed, tight intersection there. I'm really impressed by that. And the highway, which goes quite a long way down towards the... I'll probably trim that highway back a little bit. Not that it really matters, because you can do that with a bulldozer click once you're building a city. Now heading out away, and we're going this way. There is a second highway route out, which we'll have a brief look at in the second half of the show, because it does follow an interesting route. And here's the first of those encroaching trees that we did see. The first one we've seen in person. And then there's a few here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not going to count anymore, because you can do that. One thing I do like, though, ignore the encroaching trees. Have a look at this. Just this outer lane here by the cliff edge. We've used the sound barriers as like a support, not support, but like a defensive thing. Stop you from accidentally crashing off. A crash barrier. There's the words I was looking for. Yes, we're using those as crash barriers. And do you know what? I think it works really very nicely indeed. As you can see, we do have quite a few trees encroaching along this highway. I will tell you now that of all of the networks, only the one that we came in on was cleared, but you could see it was deliberately actually cleared, and then we didn't do it with the other highways. Or actually, I think there's a rail line which is clear. We'll look out for that one in second. Well, as we finish off the second half of the show, the first half of the show, as we finish doing the highways, we'll have a quick look for that one. But yes, it really is like, I know that maybe they got bored clearing highways and they just drew these ones out quickly and forgot to clear them or something. I don't know. Anyway, even so, if you remove all these trees, you've got a very nice looking map. And I'm going to use the word nice on this one. I don't think we've got anything really, there's no dramatic landscapes or anything like that. It's just going to be a pleasing build, which, you know, if you're looking for not quite a desert map, but a steamy, sultry map, then maybe this is going to be... And there's plenty of build space as well. Plenty of build space. And it's quite interesting. So there's a lot of things to say for it. The rail, assuming we're not going to be doing anything outside the 25 tiles, then out here doesn't really matter that much. But notice the way that it's snaking. And we are using a custom rail asset as well. There are a few custom road assets as well to subscribe to, all linked in that one-click collection. Yeah, the rail's snaking around a bit. Now, given that we are in New Mexico, America, I'm thinking that this would have been very straight up to this point. I'm thinking. It's not really a huge issue for me, but it just doesn't feel that... I mean, there are places where you would go, yeah, it would need to wind its way through those hills there. Looking for the words. Yes. Can't you tell I recorded the footage last night and I fell out of bed this morning about 2 seconds ago and recorded the narration, hence a little bit of croak in my voice, a little sexiness in my voice, where the very first person I spoke to this morning was you. Yeah, that was it. That's what I did. Anyway, yes. I haven't had a coffee, haven't even brushed my teeth, so don't get too close to the speakers because I might be a bit whiffy. Ooh. Hello. Mind you, I haven't had coffee. That would make it even worse. But yes, I will be going scrubbing those pearly whites in a few moments. Once we get to the end of the show, and I'll get set for the day. But yes, I was running a bit out of energy last night, so threw myself into bed and come back to the review while it's still fresh in the mind. I could have done this tonight, but then I'd have to watch it again just to remind myself what we were doing. Anyway, actually not so many trees encroaching onto the rail as I thought there were going to be, but there is a second rail line somewhere, I believe.
You've worked hard and lived a long life. Maybe it's time to talk to your doctor about Bonaire.
With all male enhancement drugs, a chance of a blood clot in your willy is possible. If that happens, just enjoy your last minutes knowing you achieved what you thought was impossible. Do not buy a Bonaire from the guy outside of Speedway.
Talk to your doctor today about prescription Bonaire. Bonaire, a fossil company.
Yeah, I need to really start moving about as well because I've been in bed for like, 6 hours, 7 hours, and I am really stiff right now. I am so stiff. Anyway, Navajo Lake map by Maynard McFarland. Shipping routes. We have one that comes in and it loops, goes under 2 separate parts of the bridge there, and it loops around the island in the lake and up a bit further into the lake, and then there you go. That's where it loops. So it will work certainly for some sort of harbour game. Water flow, we have good strong water flow in said lake, which I would assume is a reservoir. Having looked at the area in real life, this is a reservoir. We're not seeing any dam or anything here, and again, it's not a mirror of the real life location, so I can't tell you that this is a reservoir, but certainly would appear that it's based on and inspired by a reservoir. Map as a whole looks amazing. I think we can all agree on that one. Yeah, good. I'm glad we all agree on that one. We've got some really lovely inlets, and also all the vanilla tree work, which, like I say, works really well because of the theme and LUT. Now, you probably won't be building into the hills, but if you do, you can get into them. We've got some lovely little plateaus on the top of them as well. Big buildable areas out here, which is slightly undulating without being completely perfectly flat, and then back out into the hills, where again you get into do some mountain towns or that sort of thing. Maybe build a ranch. Certainly feels like a ranchy area, doesn't it? And we'll head over this way. We'll just do a little fly over the terrain, give you an idea what the outside terrain is like. The forests over here look stunning, by the way. Encroaching trees on the road there. As we come up here, we've got some just really lovely tree work. Considering it's 100% vanilla, it looks surprisingly good. Certainly not how I would have painted the trees personally, but that does not mean it's not valid. It certainly looks okay. It's okay. There is your forestry area already cleared. You can tell it's forestry by the few logs that are lying around. Right, as we pull around this way. Oh, the answer to the early part of the question will be coming very, very soon. What their original name was. That will be coming very soon indeed. I've been trying to drop some hints as well, by the way. You probably picked up. Those of you that know now have worked it out. Yeah, I've been hinting several times during the show. You may want to go back and listen out for those hints. There's one very early on as well, about 1 minute 20 ballpark, if you want hints. Start square, nicely cleared. Lots of room to expand into. Nice and flat and an interesting shape, so all credit there. And we have an asset of the day, which isn't from the United States, strangely enough. It's from Russia. It's Moscow Metro, Novoperedelkino by Eligios. I probably butchered most of that. I think I got away with Moscow, given that it's the English pronunciation of a Russian word. Or Moscow, I've heard some people call. Oh, anybody, if you call Moscow, we cannot be friends. I don't know where that comes from. Anyway, factoids. Do factoids because factoids. Why not? Oh wow! I couldn't have planned this one. I literally just opened the new page. Every day, over 45,000 people attend the theatre and concert halls in Moscow. Okay, that was clearly pre-COVID. In fact, 1980s was very pre-COVID. But yeah, so tens of thousands of people every day. There's a lot of culture in Russia. In fact, they're a culture civ, aren't they? I can tell you that as an occasional civ player. Hey, a Metro Moscow Novoperedelkino by eligios. Today's asset of the day. Fantastic. We pull back. I'm going to give you the answer to today's question. The name of this creator, I did say that Maynard McFarland, as names go, it was okay. Well, that's because their original name was It's Okay. Best known for making their own themes. Well, best known for making maps with themes and custom LUTs to go with them. Oh, and you should be voting on the map, by the way. Is it 1-star map? Is it 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now, top rank on the screen, and the link in the description. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. That is how you do disclaimers. What can we do? Today's map. I've lost myself now. Do you know what? I think it's a nice visual. It's a nice visual. Don't think it's a stunning visual. I'm not completely blown away. I think the trees, while they're good, don't really grab me. And I'm going to go for a high-end 3 stars for aesthetics. I like it. Just don't think it quite earns the 4th. Detailing would have been 3 stars very happily. It's just too many trees under the road, so I have to go 2 stars. I'm going to go for a high-ish 2. And for gameplay potential, I feel this is going to be a nice gameplay. I can't mark it. It's a solid 3 stars, maybe pushing on to 4 stars. We'll do that. A medium-high 3-star map for gameplay. I think there's a few of you are going to really like this one. 3 stars is certainly passable. Navajo Lake map by Maynard McFarland, formerly It's Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's okay. Just get in there and have fun. If you want that steamy, sultry build, it's not a map that's going to disappoint you. It's maybe just not one that's going to set the world alight, but does every map have to set the world alight if you're having fun building a city on it? Well, clearly not. Right, well, imagine how good it'd be to be part of the 20 and out elites. Use the words they into the comments to score yourself some population points, just like I just did. Only not in the comments, to you. To me, to you. We'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.